About a Boy is a 2002 British-American comedy-drama film co-written and directed by brothers Chris Weitz and Paul Weitz. It is an adaptation of the 1998 novel of the same name by Nick Hornby. The film stars Hugh Grant, Nicholas Hoult, Toni Collette, and Rachel Weisz. My Best Friend's Girlfriend is a 2008 Filipino romantic comedy film, released in 2008 under GMA Films and Regal Films. The movie opened in the Philippines on February 13, 2008, starring Richard Gutierrez and Marian Rivera. A Thin Line Between Love and Hate is a 1996 American dark comedy romance film that was directed and co-written by Martin Lawrence, who also stars in the film. Lawrence co-wrote the screenplay alongside Kenny Buford and Bentley Kyle Evans, who has also written for Lawrence's hit television sitcom, Martin, and Kim Bass. A Stranger of Mine is a 2005 Japanese film by Kenji Uchida, starring Yasui Nakamura, Reika Kirishima, Saigrave Yamanaka and Yuka Ite. A Slave of Fashion was a 1925 American silent romantic comedy film directed by Hobart Henley. The film stars Norma Shearer and features Joan Crawford had an early uncredited role as a mannequin. A Slave of Fashion is now considered lost. A Midsummer Night's Dream is a 1935 American romance fantasy film of William Shakespeare's play, directed by Max Reinhardt and William D. Turrell, and starring Ian Hunter, James Cagney, Mickey Rooney, Olivia de Havilland, Joe E. A Knight's Tale is a 2001 medieval adventure comedy drama film written, produced, and directed by Brian Hale Jayland. The film stars Heath Ledger, Shannon Sossamon, Mark Addy, Alan Tudyk, Rufus Sewell, Paul Bettany as Geoffrey Chaucer, and James Purefoy as Sir Thomas Colville. Edward, the Black Prince. A Guy Thing is a 2003 American comedy film directed by Chris Koch and starring Jason Lee, Julia Stiles and Selma Blair. A Good Year is a 2006 British romantic comedy drama film, set in London and Provence. Directed by Ridley Scott, starring Russell Crowe, Marion Cotillard, Didier Bourdon, Abbie Cornish, Tom Hollander and Albert Finney. It is based on the 2004 novel of the same name by British author Peter Mayle. A Good Woman is a 2004 drama film directed by Mike Barker. The screenplay by Howard Himmelstein is based on the 1892 play Lady Windermere's Fen by Oscar Wilde. It is the fourth screen version of the work, following a 1916 silent film using Wilde's original title, Ernst Lubitsch's 1925 version and Otto Preminger's 1949 adaptation entitled The Fan. A Girl, Three Guys, and a Gun is a 2001 romantic comedy film from writer-director Bryn Florence, who also stars in the picture. It is a low-budget independent film with a cast consisting primarily of unknown actors, supported by 1940s film star June Allison in her final role. A Cinderella Story is a 2004 American teen romantic comedy film. The film stars Hilary Duff, Chad Michael Murray, Jennifer Coolidge, and Regina King and was directed by Mark Rossman. The film's plot revolves around two internet pen pals who meet at a school dance and fall in love, but two different worlds keep them apart. A Business Affair is a 1994 romantic comedy film directed by Charlotte Brandstrom and starring Carol Bouquet, Christopher Walken and Jonathan Pryce. The film was produced by the United Kingdom in coordination with France, Germany and Spain, and much of the film was shot in London. The freshness of Mark Webso's Love Me/Love Me Not love story is epitomized by its perfectly framed taglines: Si Sedilla superscript a boy meets girls, a boy falls in love, thus a girl doesn't ought. What else can you say about a postmodern love story? Not only is this delightfully surprising dissection of a romance structured so that it catches us continually off guard, but the classic tale of love unrequited is turned as topsy-turvy as a Shakespearean farce. 50 First Dates is a 2004 American romantic comedy film directed by Peter Siegel and written by George Wing. The film stars Adam Sandler as a Lothario veterinarian and Drew Barrymore as an amnesiac, along with Rob Schneider, Sean Astin, Lucia Strauss, Blake Clark, and Dan Aykroyd. 40 Days and 40 Nights is a 2002 romantic comedy film directed by Michael Lehman, written by Rob Perez and starring Josh Hartnett, Shannon Sossamon and Paolo Costanzo. The film depicts Matt Sullivan during a period of abstinence from any sexual contact for the duration of Lent. 30 Hari Mencari Cinta is a 2004 Indonesian romantic comedy film drama directed by Upi Avianto and starring Maria Agnes. Music for the film was composed by Andy Riendeau. 27 Dresses is a 2008 romantic comedy film directed by Anne Fletcher and written by Aileen Brosh McKenna. The film stars Katherine Heigl and James Marsden. The film was released January 10, 2008 in Australia and opened in the United States on January 18. 2 Days in Paris is a 2007 Franco-German romantic comedy drama film written, produced, and directed by Julie Delpy, who also edited the film, composed the soundtrack and played the leading female role. 10 is a 1979 romantic comedy film directed, produced and written by Blake Edwards, and starring Dudley Moore, Julie Andrews, Robert Webber, Dee Wallace, and Bo Derek, in her first major film appearance. 101 K is a 1996 novel by Hallgren Mer Helgeson which found international fame in 2000 when made into a film. Both are set in K, Iceland. The film was directed by Baltasar Kormaker and stars Victoria Brill and Hilmrasen Superscripte Argunason. 100 Women is a 2002 comedy film written and directed by Michael Davis. It tells the story of a young man named Sam and his struggle to discover why the girl of his dreams is suddenly depressed after her cherryness brought him out of his sadness. 13 Going on 30 is a 2004 American romantic comedy fantasy film written by Josh Goldsmith and Kathy Yaspa, and directed by Gary Winnick. Starring Jennifer Garner, Mark Ruffalo, Judy Greer, Andy Serkis and Kathy Baker. The film was produced by Revolution Studios for Columbia Pictures and it was released on April 23, 2004. 10 Things I Hate About You is a 1999 American teen romantic comedy drama film. It is directed by Gil Junger and stars Julia Stiles, Heath Ledger and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The romantic comedy screenplay was written by Karen McCullough Lutz and Kirsten Smith.